If the Steelers' plan Sunday in Week 17 against the Cleveland Browns was to throw the game intentionally for the sake of getting a higher draft pick, nobody told cornerback Cortez Allen. With Behind the Steel Curtain, I'm Neal Coolong. Allen, for the second consecutive game, caused multiple turnovers en route to a Steelers' 24-10 victory over division rival Cleveland Sunday, letting the Steelers finish with an 8-8 record overall and a 3-3 record within the AFC North. Obviously, this season ends as a disappointment, but considering Allen's play over the last two games, it gives the Steelers something of a sense of optimism, at least from one player among their young and emerging defense. Steelers defense had been tagged with being too old over the last two seasons, but down the stretch it was the play of young players like Allen, linebacker Lawrence Timmons, and nose tackle Steve McClendon that really turned the heads of Steelers fans as they limped down, in some cases literally toward the finish of the season. It was a painful end to the season, as most games this year have been. The Steelers lost multiple players due to injury during the middle of the contest against Cleveland. Right guard David DeCastro, a rookie who missed the vast majority of his first season in the NFL, suffered a stinger in the second quarter that knocked him out of the game. Brett Kiesel appeared to go down with what looked like a knee or an ankle injury late in the second quarter. He didn't return to the game, and it doesn't look like that injury is all of the light variety either. Steelers suffered injuries throughout this season, and perhaps none worse than the cheap shot that was taken from Browns nose tackle Phil Taylor on a play in the third quarter. As Beachum was approaching the ball carrier from a solid 15 yards away, half jogging, Taylor hit him up around his shoulders, knocking him to the ground in what appeared to cause a head injury as Beachum hit the ground with some force, considering he weighs 330 pounds. He didn't come back into the game either. Ramon Foster moved from left guard to right tackle, and the Steelers' offensive line did not have any backups at that point. John Malecki, was brought in to play left guard for the remainder of this game. The game itself was fairly entertaining, if not somewhat dull, but Ben Roethlisberger, a quarterback who's been dogged over the last couple weeks for his ineffective play, threw 3 touchdown passes, including one to Leonard Pope, one to Antonio Brown, and the last one to Plexico Burress that sealed the game late in the fourth quarter. The last one came off of Allen's forced fumble, his second of the game, this one coming off of Travis Benjamin, as he went to the ground, got up, tried to make a play, and Allen was right there to knock it loose and run it back a few yards, setting up the game's final touchdown. The Steelers will draft somewhere between 14 and 19 in the 2013 NFL Draft, which will be held in New York in April. What player they'll select is a matter, obviously, at this point of a lot of conjecture. It's unclear right now if they will target any particular position or look at any particular player, but this is all stuff that we plan to cover this offseason on Behind the Steel Curtain. So even though the season is over, we'd appreciate it if you stick around because we've got a lot more coming up. We've also got a couple year-end videos that we're going to do highlighting the season, the good parts of it, of course, and hopefully we can get your support with that as well. Check out our YouTube page, youtube.com/SBN Steelers, as well as all the coverage of this game and the entire season on BehindTheSteelCurtain.com. I'm Neal Coolong. It's been a great season. Thanks for watching.